Let's start with associations I have about Valencia now. Charming old town. City of arts and sciences. Turia, paella, incredible nature near the city. Magnificent beach. And of course fireworks. If you asked me the same question 1 year ago, I answer Football Club Valencia. Not specifically this Valencia, but the legendary one, which played in 2 Champions League finals in a row. Santiago Canizares, Gais Comendieta, Kili Gonzalez, David Albelda. Just look at the squad of the final against Bayern Munich. Every name here has something emotional in my mind. I knew almost nothing about Spain back then, and my interest in football just started growing. So Valencia was one of the clubs that associates with that time I was just started exploring football. This March I was checking the games of Valencia to visit, and I have found the match versus Sevilla. One more Spanish team with some special place in my heart. I would say these are the only 2 Spanish teams that I care about in a positive way. I understand this season in La Liga is not going great for both teams, and still I expected some interesting game. The teams maybe don't play well, but they have some skillful players. Also, it was my first live football game in Spain, and come on, it's legendary Mestalla. So I expected the experience not less than 8 from 10. Firstly, let's briefly talk about the stadiums in Valencia. Here you can see the Stadium of Levante. Heroes then finished and frozen Nou Mestalla. And finally, Estadio de Mestalla. I bought tickets 1 month in advance, and there was already lack of good options to buy. Looking at the tickets prices, one could understand this is not just some regular game of 2 teams struggling and sometimes fighting to survive in La Liga, but something special. Instead of usual €30, I paid €50 for the central sector, but it was almost highest possible seats. Just look at this. Also, it is worth to mention there is quite interesting way to get into the highest sectors. You need to take a pretty long way up. Of course, Mestalla is an old stadium. You can see it outside and you can feel it inside. In general, I can say there are 2 completely different feelings inside modern and old arenas. I feel the stadium frames the game itself, or at least its perception. The same was with this particular game. It looked like the game of a bunch of talented players without motivation and real tactics for the game. I made this screenshot before the game started. As you can see, Sevilla was at the 13th place, while Valencia was in the relegation zone. Valencia started more actively. The team had a few good chances to score. The game in general and especially in the first half was quite boring. Probably the fireworks in the background were the most interesting event. The Sevilla players were trying to make the game more equal, but general game possession was 60-40 in favor of Valencia. Halftime break is a good marker of the club professionalism. I would not say Valencia failed the halftime break, but honestly, nothing meaningful. There was an orchestra, because why not? It looks like an orchestra is a must for any activity in Valencia. Also there was the sponsorship activation for Vueling Airlines. Kids shooted the penalties while the goalkeeper was the mascot of Valencia. It looked like it was lack of enthusiasm from the Valencia marketing department. The second half gave us two Sevilla goals. I would say both of them were a bit unexpected, because I filmed a lot of match videos on my phone, but I haven't filmed the goals. Closer to the end, the Valencia fans had been started demonstrating their anger at the referee actions. After the second Sevilla goal, at the 75th minute of the match, the fans began to leave the stadium. What surprised me negatively is the little some of the fans left. In this sense, Spain is quite a clean country, but with this case you can understand it is not because they don't litter, but because they clean up the trash, and some people take it for granted. What are my conclusions? If you're a big football fan, it is worth to visit Mestalla with Valencia playing there. But be aware that modern Valencia of Peter Lim is a shadow of the team Valencia used to be. I would say it is far from the team that this city deserves, maybe next season or with another owner. Now I can rate this experience 5 from 10.